over this. We don't need guns. We got wands. I can turn into anything. And this right here, my friends, is
Oh, there goes the stripes. It's an anti-touching song. That's a good thing.
There's really no bad words in this song.
honestly, this fits with Bond. Bond, don't touch me there. Yo, you got to make a remix of the James.
No, there should be a James. You need to make a James Bond song.
You're just trying to get me in trouble.
Nah,
You do that yourself.
What's up, people? We're here. We're back again for Goldfinger and Thunderball. And uncles don't touch anybody anywhere that they don't want to be touched.
No brown finger though. We're not into the brown finger.
That's racist, Chris. Look at this. This is a listen. We're not into. We're into the natural brown finger. The natural brown finger, like this one, and all the other ones across the world.
Just over a minute. And everything we were like, you can't say that, you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like trying so we don't get strikes from YouTube. And immediately,
Listen,
how do you do it?
What, brown? What are they gonna strike brown finger?
Listen. We cleaned it up better than what we
I get the
usually do.
reference now too.
That's one. And two, we're gonna be ourselves. We are going to be ourselves.
It wasn't about Aaron's natural blackness, that's for sure.
Beautiful skin right here. We all have beautiful skin in our own ways because we're beautiful people. This is a beautiful podcast too.
If we all just are kind to each other and love each other and talk to each other, you can do this too.
Exactly. And I had some chicken tenders.
You gotta love the front door. You gotta love the back door.
I just meant friends.
Oh.
Because what's the strongest ship in the fleet, gentlemen?
Friendship.
And I have that shirt. I actually wore that shirt to work last week.
I think we all need to wear it a little bit more. I'm gonna
True.
put that shirt out there.
And I think
my
you need.
motto.
Mick, can you please do me a favor and make a JPB shirt, and it'll be you with sunglasses, but your face on it with a polar bear body wearing sunglasses.
Ooh.
Please.
No, what it should be is me laying down like I'm a polar bear and James Bond's having sex on it.
No.
Well, it should absolutely be that.
The reason why I'm saying that is because
There needs to be an instance of James Bond forcing himself on somebody.
if you made the JPB
I'm laughing
shirt,
at that part. I'm laughing at the James Bond having sex.
You're
on
laughing
top.
at all of it.
the JPB shirt with the sunglasses, if you put that, I would buy that merch. I'm being dead serious.
I mean, we'll see. I haven't been in. I have merch, so people want it.
By the way, guys, Mick is my Jersey polar bear. Just in case. He's 6'8". I don't know how tall polar bears are, but he's 6'8".
Yeah, 6'8".
By the way, I've bumped up
He's
to an
from Jersey.
8.8%.
Nice.
So this was my show beer.
Oof.
Show beer.
Don't go
We're here,
driving.
guys.
Oh,
People,
real
everybody.
quick, I want to thank Chris though for showing up, so I don't have to watch that horrible movie.
Well, at least next week.
Oh, hold on.
At least next week.
Since we spun the wheel and picked a movie, as soon as somebody misses a show, that's the movie that's being watched.
Yes, and I think that's 100% fair.
Oh,
and we
man.
will be. Actually, the thing is, James, don't get too excited because, like I said, I'll be missing the 15th, so we'll be watching it that following weekend.
I thought
That was
Valentine's Day weekend.
again.
You
No,
should
no,
try
no.
and not miss any because I'm telling you,
The
Sturdy,
English patient is waiting for you.
I'm gonna roast the shit out of you.
I don't care. You already know I'm fine with that. Just no N words. But no, like
We're gonna roast you. We don't want to get killed.
I'm it's my cousin's birthday, so I'm gonna
He's
show up.
He's gonna
No,
roast
hold
you like you're a cross lit by the KKK.
See, that's acceptable. You're just not saying the N with the ER at the end. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's not fine. But
I'm
that's
gonna,
that's fine.
I'm gonna roast you with like dumb jokes and fat jokes like from the 90s, but I'm gonna say them all wrong.
I love it. I love it. So the English patient is our punishment movie. We thought that Chris wasn't going to be with us tonight.
This was unexpected, but
Not like
I am
him
here.
going to. Well, him would probably be like a brewery heaven, just getting drunk at a brewery naked, eating nachos.
It's true. I don't wear pants, and I love nachos.
Hey,
So,
Sturdy. Hey,
He's
Sturdy.
not going there yet. But
Sturdy, you're so stupid. You got fired from the M&M factory for throwing out all the Skittles.
You gotta save that. You gotta save it though. You gotta save it.
Save
for
him. Save him.
for
Save
the
him.
punishment.
I got plenty.
Oh, I know. So the weekend of the 15th, I will be missing an episode. And that following week, we'll have a punishment movie, The English Patient, and I'm gonna be roasted because it's our new rules for the punishment movies. We all have to watch it, but the reason, the person who either makes us miss an episode or that missed that episode gets roasted along with the movie getting roasted.
I was happy that you guys just made me upset
it's
again.
very similar to what they, over what this awesome guy does over on the Scene Snobs plot roast. We kind of borrowed that.
I don't do it anymore.
It's like I guess it's plot roast over here or pop roast because it's popcorn and pints.
He stopped doing it so we could.
Pop roast.
That's good. That's a pretty good one too.
Pop roast is what we're gonna call it over here, so we don't steal it. Because we're gonna bring plot roast back. Because I'm over on the Scene Snobs now. If you guys don't know, I'm not just like an honorary thing. I'm not just like a guest over there. I could just walk in the front door and be like, listen, I'm here now.
He was a DEI hire.
Mm-hmm.
And so is he over here.
Just in time.
For my
popcorn and pints, all these honks over here, my honky brothers, they're all DEI hires, just in a different way. This is an alternate universe.
We all suffer from small dick syndrome.
Pre-existing.
Yeah.
Can't be fed.
BDS. You can figure out what that means. I'm the leader of this shit. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about Goldfinger and Thunderball. And I will tell you guys this before we even dive into these films. I like these movies way, way better than the first two movies. Mick was right. Just with the Aston Martin alone and the fucking,
Because of the car.
I felt like it was more sonar than like
That seems right.
than like a tracking. It was more sonar. Like it made me think of like a submarine or some shit. Even with like because they had like the beeping and then like the big circle with the little dots going around.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it though for the time that it came out. I understand how the technology was and all that stuff, but I really did like that a lot. Like that was good.
So I usually would take notes when I watch movies, so I remember all the points I want to talk about and stuff like that. So I watched Goldfinger at a time when I did not think I was going to make the show this week, so I have no notes. So I'm going off what other people say, but I do have, and I have like a half a page of notes on Thunderball.
Nice. Well, that counts.
Well,
that counts.
I have a question for you. So next week, we're doing a charity event, and you guys are going to be on your normal time of 9, and we are going to be like I had said something earlier about the extra James Bonds, but we don't have to do that. Of course, I'm just wondering if we are or not, because if we're not, I am going to talk about the Thunderball remake tonight too.
Yeah. So let's do that tonight, and then I feel like what we should do. Because we did so fucking well, like when we did, remember how we did Harry Potter and we're like, yo, let's just go for some raunchy shit for a couple of weeks, some fun raunchy shit. Let's do something that's really going to be like fun, hilarious, like something a good time that's going to bring out our energy for that charity event because we really want to raise money. We want to entertain the people that are out there and raise money for it.
What are we doing next Saturday?
Why don't we spin the wheel for another punishment movie and then do a plot roast to show them what it is?
Ooh.
But now you know the English patient's out.
I like that. So we'll spin the punishment wheel.
You gotta ask James.
Mick is
A punishment movie.
Mick is out.
Here's how it goes. Punishment movie, random roast. Like I'll randomly throw people in the middle so that we all can kind of have fun.
No, it's a punishment movie and we just fucking rip on each other.
Listen,
too. And we rip the movie, of course.
I'm not a comedian here, guys. I can't just think of 10 million fucking jokes.
But
then next week afterwards, when Aaron's gone, I watch English Patient. I got to roast him. I'm going to run out from doing this week.
But the thing is you're gonna
you're gonna run out of jokes just like his dad ran out.
You know what? It'll be a surprise. We're either gonna punish ourselves or we're gonna get something real like hilarious, weird, raunchy that we all.
His dad's still there. That was my dad, Chris. Get the race right.
I mean, Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves would be a fun thing to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. We just have to watch it. I know it has nothing to do with.
I have no problem watching that movie again.
I love that movie.
I that made me laugh so hard.
Okay,
I still haven't seen it.
I know there's only one movie. There's only one bad movie, and it's going to be bad. But
what is it?
There's only one bad movie that fits the mold of a marathon event and roasting the shit out of it and each other.
The Stupids?
Nope.
I want to see that.
Stupids was already on plot roast, so
you're right.
But you know what wasn't?
What's that?
Blood Lake.
No. You know what? I love you, but fuck you.
Nope.
No.
All right.
I will not make that show.
I watched. Me and James watched and reviewed that movie twice, and we did a fucking script read, Mick. You watched the movie like 7 times.
I'll make a donation and not be on the show.
Me too.
Well, I don't want that.
Me too, and I'm hosting. I'm hosting with you.
Oh man.
You know what? We'll as far as the movie goes, we'll figure something out. We'll talk amongst each other, but we definitely want to bring the energy out. And just because we're talking about it now, I'll bring up the thumbnail for it. We are doing a charity event, a 10-hour charity event. Oh, that's the wrong shit. Next Saturday, starting at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time, over on the Scene Stop channel. It'll also be here. It'll be on Horror Research 30. It'll be you know our team, you know our squad. It'll be all throughout our channels. And Mick, do you want to take over right here and just kind of really, you're good at this shit right here.
We are starting 3 p.m. on the 1st. Please come out. We're going to be going for like 10 hours. We're going to be hanging out. There's some great shows, including Popcorn and Pints, which will be on its normal time at 9 p.m. I appreciate you guys and everybody else coming out to help. Stories from a Bar is going to kick things
Virtual
off
happy
at 4
hour.
o'clock.
Hell yeah.
Of course. Yeah, man, it's going to be amazing. We're going to go all night. Sturdy has been gracious in ending the night with the Sturdo Vision, where we'll be talking about Big Trouble in Little China. Troy from Troy Hill Talks will be there. He'll be doing his show. Trevor's going to be joining in. We have the 3 Geeks podcast on at 7 p.m. Like, there's just going to be so many things going on. You guys are definitely going to want to be there. And trust me, Master Shake has new drinks for us, and he also has new video game for Arcade After Dark. So you're going to want to be a part of this. Please donate to this great cause. It's the Red Cross. All they're going towards the efforts of the wildfires. It is devastating, and they need our help, everybody. So please,
yes,
donate.
It's all about building and helping one another. Like,
yes, remember, kindness and love.
I'm not going to dive
eliminates
into
hate.
what's going on around the world, in this country, or whatever the case may be, besides the fires. But I will say we need to unite as people, because we're all people. We're all the same. We just have different shades, which is fucking unique and beautiful and awesome. We should all be different in that case.
Honestly, it takes so much less energy to not hate everything.
Exactly.
Something.
I was talking to Mick about this earlier before we went live, and I was like
it's ridiculous. Like, if you actively hate something, you're putting in so much more energy on something that doesn't matter to you.
It's wasted energy. It's wasted energy. Like, it's so much easier for me. Like, I'll use myself as an example. For me, like, when I hate somebody or don't like somebody, that's so much energy, because you put so much energy in just, even if you don't think about that person, it's like anytime that person's name comes up or whatever, it's like, I fucking hate them. Versus if I don't like them, I just don't think about them. They don't exist to me, which I think is perfectly fine. But I like to be nice with people. Like, I love to be a kind person. I love to have fun and laugh. There's nothing better in this world besides sex than laughing. There's nothing that feels better besides some good ass sex, no matter what the freaky shit you're in, than laughing.
Consensual.
Consensual.
Yes, consensual.
And not with kids.
Wow.
Kids.
It's not me.
It has to be no kids.
I feel like when you say consensual, though, I feel like it's like a given. Like, it's gonna be an adult and an adult.
Yeah, I mean, you would, but I want to point that out.
You hear that, R.
anybody
Kelly?
in the cheap sheets.
You sick fucking.
That's
You
what
hear
it was
Elvis?
directed
Hearing
to.
your 14-year-old fucking cousin. Fuck you, Elvis.
You know, the ones who are like, well, I mean, he didn't say kids, right? He just said consensual. Like,
But all joking aside, though, like, it's so much easier just to be nice and kind to people. Like, there's so much. It takes a lot of energy to be an asshole and to be mean. It really takes so much energy. I love being nice and making people laugh and feel good and comfortable, because
I would like to preach too, if I could, for a second. It's also important in all of that to forgive. Forgiveness is a very important trait, and it actually is more. I'm going to
add on to your forgive, and when you forgive, let go and forget. Don't bring that shit back up. Once you forgive, let go and forget. Let go and forget.
That's everything, though, Sturdy.
What it is, though.
Well,
but if you forgive, though, I'm not saying forget to the point of
forgive.
What I mean by let go and forget, though, James, I mean, like, let go of that. Like, if you forgive, let it go.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. If you forget,
and by forget, I mean forget. Like, don't bring it back up, but don't forget in the sense of, if this motherfucker does this shit again, I remember this shit. Now it's time to let go of you now. But once you forgive somebody, you should never bring up whatever that issue was, unless they bring up unless they bring on that action or whatever that makes you think of it. But that's not why we're here tonight.
Aaron, you should give lead by example and forgive Nick Cage.
Nah, fuck that. He keeps doing that shit. That's different. That's different. He keeps that. Actually, you know what, James? I'm glad you said that because this works with the conversation I'm saying. When they keep doing the shit over and over and over, fuck them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did back in the day. I liked Gone in 60 Seconds, but who doesn't like fine women in cars and awesome cars? Face Off was a good movie, and I got one more. I know Mick loves this movie.
Con Air.
No, I never seen that. Wind Talkers. I didn't.
You
even
never
know
saw Con Air?
Nah, but Wind Talkers. I remember watching that. I'm not gonna say where it was at a previous job. I'm not gonna say the job, but let's just say we had some free time, and we'd have some food and watch movies, and that was one of the movies that somebody brought in, and it was a really good movie. It was a really good movie. So there's some shit I do like him in, but I just fucking cannot stand him. I hate him.
I never seen Wind
not like hate, like I want something to really happen to him in real life, of course, but you know what I mean when I say that.
Was Wind Talkers an army movie?
Yeah.
It was like a Native American type. I don't remember it.
So.
It's something I might have to watch again.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say that.
Okay.
No, Marines. They're Marines.
I might have seen it.
The
Wasn't it
Marine.
like a Native?
The Windtalkers were the Native American.
Gotcha.
So that may be something
we used Native American Navajo tribe to
I
We-
might
send our
have
messages.
seen that.
Yeah.
Or
we may discuss that on Popcorn and Pints. So that is a Nicolas Cage movie I did enjoy. Which you know what?
You got to watch Captain
Excuse me?
Corelli's mandolin.
What the hell's that?
he just excuse me like you just made a slur. That's
I know. It sounded like you said something obscene to him, and
he's like,
Listen,
excuse me? What'd you say?
it's like he just paused. Like, what did you just
Is
say?
Nicolas Cage in that movie? Don't lie to me.
everything.
Yeah, he's the star of that movie. That's what I said.
I'll think about it.
Uh-huh.
I'll think
Title
about it.
alone sounds dumb.
I'll think about it on my JPB.
But anyways,
I'm telling you right now, Mick.
You can't even pick a movie for next week. Are you kidding me?
Listen, it's not up to me. We're a team. We're a group. We're Popcorn and Pints. It should be up to all four of us.
I thought you run that shit.
I run a lot of things, but
Do we want to watch something we hate next week, or just something raunchy?
I'm leaning towards raunchy because we had such a great fucking time with we had a great time with Good Boys, which I wish Good Boys would have been perfect for next week.
I vote Super
Troopers.
Aaron doesn't like Super Troopers.
We
and
reviewed
we've done that.
though. We reviewed that though, and all
What
fairness.
about Road Trip?
I think we did that.
We
I'll
did
check.
that.
If we didn't do it, I would do it.
Euro Trip? Did you do Euro Trip? Euro Trip is Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and that is
I'm not
right
sure.
there is worth it.
I really don't remember.
When a dude sings about banging the guy's girlfriend at the
That's
graduation party.
legitimately like everybody's most favorite fake song.
Yeah.
Did we do that movie?
Yeah.
No, we never did
No,
that.
we never did Euro Trip.
All right, let's do Euro Trip then. I'm down.
It's got the raunchy. It's got so
I'm
much.
fine.
I think
I'm
it's
down with
worth
that.
it. We'll take a trip. We're taking a trip to Europe
There you go.
next week.
Or Van Wilder.
I don't know if Ryan Reynolds is the hottest right now.
Oh, James still has a
He's
crush
kind
on
of
him.
in a
That's
little
his.
bit of
That's
hot
his
water.
crush. His
You know,
celebrity.
hey,
That
we
was-
can
that
always
was his
go.
wife. It wasn't his fault.
We can always go old school and do Animal House.
Yo, hang on. Can we back up to that? Because his wife is attractive.
How about
No.
Airplane?
We
Oh,
did
sorry.
that, and I did not like that bullshit with fucking. What was it,
Oh,
Liam
okay.
Neeson or the other one?
How about a Mel Brooks movie? Like
We
Blazing
did.
Saddles?
we did
Blazing
that,
Saddles
but-
we did.
too.
Blazing Saddles, we did, but that is one I would do for a charity event because that was fun as fuck.
That is so fun.
So funny. That I mean, like and Mel Brooks in general, like he made some really good ones. Like
We did that.
Robin
Yeah, I
Hood Men in
love that
Tights,
show.
We never did do
High
Super Bad
Anxiety,
though.
The Producer.
Grandma's Boy. Did we do that?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we did.
Let's do Grandma's Boy because that shit is funny as fuck. I only see. Let's do Grandma's Boy. Let's do Grandma's Boy. That's perfect. So we're gonna do Grandma's Boy next week for the charity event
Sounds
because
good.
that movie was funny. I remember he kicked the door. Kicked the door.
It was, dude. I just saw something about the anniversary of that movie. That's why it popped in my head.
I put it on our list for.
That's fine because all I have to do is take a week off where I don't have to watch James Bond. I'm already like 11.
Let's
deep.
fucking do Grandma's Boy.
Hell yeah. So that's what we're doing next week for our charity event, which we
You know
will
what I
have it
just
here on
watched?
Popcorn and Pints. It will count as an episode on Popcorn and Pints and all that great stuff, well, as well as this whole charity event. The whole thing's going to be on there. But I'm high. I don't know what I'm gonna say next. Never mind.
I don't know. It's 20 minutes. We haven't talked
Um,
about James Bond, so
But listen,
I just watched The Waterboy.
listen, I'm gonna tell you guys this because of what you just said, Chris. I watch a lot of podcasts on YouTube. A lot of podcasts don't really start their Some of them don't start the topics till like 20 minutes in. I'm not even making this shit up. They have a fun conversation.
Okay, but time out. What are their
Huge,
numbers?
like I'm talking about like the Joe Budden podcast and like them big ones. And
Kidding, I know.
what it is and what I feel is because they're coming in there with like a natural conversation, which I think is awesome. If you're already having a natural conversation, have a good time, like how we are. But we're gonna be reviewing Grandma's Boy next week, and we're talking about some Bond shit tonight. And I actually enjoyed these two movies for tonight. Yes, sir.
Can I impose another little game for the Bonds?
Yes. Can I
evenings?
request that you in parentheses for your name put JPB?
No, I have
know, but-
Caster for a cause. Caster with a cause.
But in parentheses put
For
JPB
casters
right
for-
after. You're still a caster with the cost. I'm
Right, right.
0030 tonight.
I have trivia
Oh, sweet.
questions for Goldfinger and Thunderball.
Ooh,
and
I like
maybe
it.
we could play
Yes,
like a little
yes.
game at the end.
James, I feel like James Bond stories from a spy.
Do you want to add Dr. No from Russia with Love? I have questions for them, but
might as well.
You could do that. I won't remember them from last week. Matter of fact, let's kick it off with that.
Let's do it.
Are you serious?
yeah.
You want to
Just
talk
fuck
about
it.
it?
Fuck it. Let's just
Hey,
do
Chris,
James Bond
what's up, man?
trivia.
Let's do the trivia for the last week's movies, and we'll see how well we do. Which I know I'm going to do terrible.
What you want to
And
do
then
rating?
we'll
Hey,
like, review these movies,
Since
and
we don't.
and then, like,
Honestly, I don't know where this is going to go. Should we do
Just-
ratings on these movies and then just fucking do trivia?
the segue will be the trivia, and then we'll talk about the second movie. You get what I mean? And then after that, we'll
Okay.
do the trivia stuff. Which, oh man, I like that.
Okay,
I
so
don't
we're
know
doing the
what-
trivia
No,
later.
we're going to kick it off with the trivia from last week.
From last
I'm
week.
too fucking
Okay,
drunk.
so
I don't remember last week's movies. I
all
didn't
right,
like
all
last
right.
week's movies.
So
Yep.
here we go. You guys ready? All right. What island does Dr. No's secret lair, Crab Key, reside on?
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. This is also for the people that are watching live. If you guys want to dive in the comments and say it, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Might
make
leave
some shit up because I don't know. What was the question again, Mick?
Baby's Island.
Crab Island.
No,
No, what was the question?
It wasn't that simple.
Hold on one second. So it was, what island does Dr. No's secret lair, Crab Key, reside on?
Dr. No Island? I don't know. I'm not even
Hold on.
Googling.
He's a
Oh.
doctor who does not own an island.
It's a weird name, I think.
It was in the Caribbeans. I thought
You
it was
don't
the
even know?
Caribbeans. The answers. My
I'll
computer's
go-
moving slow. Shut up. So I haven't gotten
Mick offered to host a trivia game, and then his internet connection crapped out on him.
No,
That's
not even that. It would be funny
know,
if he
sorry.
if like, which oh my god, I want him to do this. Like if he was like, listen, I'm gonna host a trivia night, but didn't have any of the answers. Just
Dude, it's just
No one knows
blind
it, they're like,
trivia.
oh,
We gotta
well.
figure it
no.
out.
Mick just fucking picks his favorite answer. That's what it is.
that's what. Yeah, that's
No. It's okay. So, what island does Dr. No's secret lair, Crab Key, reside on? It's Jamaica.
fuck.
So,
Is it
I will
multiple
say
choice?
this.
Oh, you wanted the real
Nobody-
island?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Well, that's
Yeah,
they
they
kept
did,
saying
yeah.
Jamaica. I don't know, that's why I'm like, why
Yeah.
are you guys like making?
I
up
don't know.
Jamaica's fake. It's not a real place.
Jamaica Island. I really don't.
Oh.
Know. I
This is sort of a simple one. Don't overthink it. What iconic song is introduced during the opening credits of Dr. No? And it's the only opening
I don't
with
remember.
that theme song. Don't
yeah,
overthink
but right now
it.
the freaking
It's the first movie. They're going to
listen,
introduce
Mick.
the
Do you know the
theme
theme
song.
song from Bond that has it stuck in
It's
my head? He's
fun.
golden. That's all that's stuck in my head right now. I have no idea.
That's fair. So, what do you guys
007.
guess?
I got nothing.
It is just the James Bond theme by
That's,
Mark
that's what
Norman.
it's called. Is that the down 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 down
Yeah,
down
yeah.
down 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 down? I wish R. Kelly would have sang over that.
and you get there's a bonus to this one. None of you have points, so try for it. Who was the first Bond girl played by Ursula Andress? And I'm going to pose a second question. What's the other Bonds movie that Ursula Andress is in? It is not within the main timeline, but if you guess, I'll give you extra points.
Is this the one that had the regular name?
It's not Pussy Galore.
No, that was one of the tonight's movies.
No, I think it was like the only one that has a normal name.
It's not that normal. You could, but they all like.
No, it's not.
You could be like,
Honey Rider.
Oh, it was Honey.
Honey Rider. There it is.
I was like, you didn't say the whole name. I got the fucking point.
I second guessed myself.
Chris gets the point. Can you name the other movie, the other James Bond movie?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
No.
I can't do that.
From Love of Rush, the Russia one. Wasn't she in both of the movies? No. All right.
No, because that was Sylvia Trench. You're talking about that character. Honey Rider was the blonde towards the end, the first Bond girl that comes out in bikini. She was in what do you call it? Casino Royale.
Was she really?
With, Woody Allen.
Holy fuck!
And it's David Nevin plays James Bond. It has Peter Sellers.
I didn't get there
comedy
yet,
based on it.
I did not know.
I've never.
You're not coming to it. That's an offshoot. I'm watching those for when we get to Casino Royale. What is the name of the organization Dr. No works for? Extra points if you know exactly what each letter means. Inspector.
No,
I'm not. I'm
looking
looking up a Grandma's Boy movie poster so I can get that ready for next week.
Wow, Aaron's given up already.
Who answered?
I think
first?
James did.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
All right, so it's 1-1. And it's Special Executive of Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion.
That's a long title, man.
Listen, if you start a company and the name is that long, you're gonna fail. Yeah,
well, that's why they.
It doesn't matter.
You're gonna fail.
All right, I'm gonna go to From Russia with Love.
I'm not gonna remember this shit either, but
what is the criminal organization's name?
Spectre.
All right.
Always Spectre.
2-1. All right. What is the name of the Spectre agent with the steel tip
penis nose?
Oh, it's the old lady.
Yep. He didn't sleep with her, Chris, so that's on you.
No.
I wasn't keeping names of the women James Bond bangs, just the count. Are the names important?
So funny though.
Pussy Galore. Honey Rider's pretty good.
It keeps going. There's one called Good Night.
It's the last thing you do at night. Yeah.
Okay, I do not know.
And poor mommy.
I don't remember her name. I
forgot the question.
It's the name of the old lady with the
what is the name of the Spectre agent? With
Olga Pataki. Wasn't that from
number 5?
Rosa Klebb.
Yeah,
Rosa Klebb.
Don't remember that.
All right. I'll ask 2 more, and then
it's not going well.
It's not going well, you guys. Yeah. But this is last week's. I get it. All right. What gadget does Q provide Bond for the first time?
The suitcase, the briefcase.
Yeah. I was thinking of
trick briefcase,
knife, yes, and sniper rifle. And so that was Chris. Chris is 3-1, 0. And what's going on, Chris?
Sorry.
And that's too hard.
That's what she said.
I'm starting to realize it's a little harder. Than,
see, you know what the thing was, Mick, is you made these sober, and now we're all fucked up. Besides James,
no, he got them off the internet.
I'm not. I don't have my glasses. My glasses are upstairs, so I'm trying to read. What?
No, so he just can't read.
That's right.
Mrs. Manhattan, can you please
I'm
bring
I'm
JBP
point,
his glasses, please? He can't see. She's our number one fan.
What type of transportation is used for the film's big fight sequence near the end? And bonus points if you can name the
it's a boat
transportation name.
It's a speedboat.
You've got no points.
I'm already home.
Wait, hold on. Are we still talking about From Russia with Love? What was the question?
Yep. What type of transportation is used?
It's
for
a train.
Big fight scene near the end. And do you know the name of
Choo-choo.
it for an extra point?
Thomas.
No, I don't know the name of it, but it's a train.
Bickleberry.
Express. Famously brought in by Murder on the Orient Express, which was an instant.
No, yeah, he had a fight in the train cabin where the girl was passed out.
That's right.
Yep. So what's so Chris wins. Chris wins the first round of trivia in the James Bond. Each week we'll figure out who wins
I'm gonna
more.
be bad at this because I forget shit. It's a bunch of.
You need to get on.
Well, I watched tonight's today, both back to back.
See, I
Backwards,
watched them prior.
I did the opposite because I thought the one was first, but I was wrong. But
James.
I watched them both today.
Well, so as far as the bank count goes, there's fewer women this week than there were the first week.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're doing just do the first movie bank count, and then we'll.
No,
There's two, but there's two in Goldfinger. There's 3 in Thunderball, but
let me get my notes because I don't want to mix the movies up.
there were 3 in Dr. No, and there were 4 in From Russia with Love.
Jesus, how many is
4,
that so
5,
far?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12.
That's crazy. And Goldfinger, this is his first forceful.
Dude, he is. This is the closest he comes to raping a woman.
Yeah.
It gets wild.
Yeah. It does get especially in the hay.
Scene.
Just throws her down and pins her down and everything.
Is this the one where he
like 18 times?
She's on the opposite side, and she's literally fighting him, and then he just forces himself on her.
Yeah, because he says some.
She succumbs to it. It's an odd choice by today's.
He said some wild shit to her. I forgot what he said verbatim, but it was like some wild grapey with a capital G. Shit to her, and I'm just like,
listen,
yo.
I've never seen anybody go from almost being killed to banging faster than James Bond.
Yeah.
And I think that's his thing. I mean, I think he's into bad girls, literally bad girls.
Oh, he bangs the female enemy in every movie. It's guaranteed to happen.
Yeah, he can't help himself, man. And so, listen. Never mind. Some of them just look nice.
It's admirable. The level of confidence.
It will never be less than 2.
And also, after he has sex with him, I guess the D is so good that they go good guy.
No, but that didn't really happen in Thunderball, and they made that a point of this, the woman's monologue.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird? As you go through this, as you go through it and you get to the next one, even for your eyes, not for your eyes only, You Only Live Twice. It's all and they say Oriental themed, and it's all Asian themes because it starts off in China and then it takes place in Japan for most of the movie. And I'm like, what were these filmmakers thinking? Do they just is it flavor of the week? Because then you get to Live and Let Die. Sorry. Oh, sorry. But then you get to Live and Let Die, and it's it's all black. So it's a black theme. So that's
the only way they can. Well, they were cranking these movies out at one every year. That's the only way they can change it up.
Theme. He said a black theme. I just had to make that clear. I'm
the themed villain.
Listen,
I mean,
I'm racial relations, or anytime it's racial relations, I'm gonna pop up and just say it.
It's like a black themed villain, it's heavy with the culture of the Caribbean because they get into voodoo. I think it's Saint Monique and and New Orleans is used in it and such. So it's heavy with black culture as
how far down the road is
villain of the story, the antagonist.
Well,
not far. Maybe about 4 more movies.
Mick, that's kind of far. I was thinking would it be our next set of Bonds?
Again.
Our next set of Bonds. We say, well, you know what? You're right though, because next 4 because we're doing 2 a week. You're right.
And that's the best, in my opinion. That's the best Bond theme song because that's the one with.
You know what Bond theme song stuck in my head because since we've been doing this, and shout out to Eric. I used to work with him, but Skyfall. We're in the Skyfall.
Adele.
Because he was a big Bond fan, and I remember when that movie was coming out.
I didn't see Skyfall.
He went to go see that in
I've
theater.
seen that one.
Oh, I can't
And
wait.
I remember that song, and he actually got me into. Actually, there's one rock band I actually really enjoy, Avenged Sevenfold.
I fucking hate them.
Oh,
I'm
I
not a
love
fan.
Avenged
Not a
Sevenfold.
fan.
Some
I only like
It's
a couple
my
good songs.
I know it's some fucking demonic shit, but that "Hail to the King" song is
Hail
my
to the
shit.
Hail to the King is a good song.
Garbage.
Watch your mouth.
I'm not a
You
fan.
hate Avenged?
I
Oh.
don't use the word hate, but I'm not a
Okay.
fan.
You don't know music. I'm joking. We all have our opinions on
The
music.
thing is with them though, a lot of their like drum playing and guitar playing is the same in every song.
I don't care, man. I love you know what I do love and respect about that music, and we'll get back to the movie in a minute. Is I love the instruments. I love the instruments, like for the heavy metal, everything. For any type of film, any type of music. I love the instruments. Like with the heavy metal shit, I'm not big on the screaming, but whatever it is with Avenged Sevenfold, I
Honestly-
just liked it.
Can I give you a band to check out that I fucking love? Like I would go and see
I'll say
whenever
yes,
I
but I'm
could.
gonna forget.
Oh,
So I'll say
Seven
next time we're in the
Dust.
lab.
I
Play
haven't-
something
wow, I haven't
like
listened
old
to
school,
Seven Dust in a decade.
Yeah, I know that's old school.
I love Seven Dust, man. I'll revisit every once.
Honestly,
in
a little off, well, not so close off topic. Papa Roach just came out with a new song that I forgot they were around, but I fucking really enjoy it.
I'm not opposed to that
It's
though,
okay.
because of how we're doing all these
Even if
shows
it
and
kills me is the name of it. It's
How
like,
we're doing all
I
these-
listen to it. I'm like, I'm fucking into this.
how
All these
we
old bands are coming back.
do all these shows and shit on our podcast and different platforms, like how you do Stories from a Bar. You talk about like local breweries and bands and all that stuff, and Mick would film and a bunch of stuff. Myself would film, and over here on Popcorn Pints would film. Where was I going with this?
I have no clue where you're going with. I got
I
lost.
don't know.
I had like an awesome point in my head, and I forgot. You know what? I was going
Okay.
somewhere with it. It was something with like the way we do our shows, like very unique and very
Yeah.
I have a good time with and all that shit, but how we can all come together and like really build like a dope fucking episode of shit. I'm high as shit. I that's not where I was going with that, but I forgot where I was going with that. I just threw some bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna
bullshit
bring
in there, so there's no like dead space. You know, that's what you got to do.
back to the movie really quick. Goldfinger, right? We're on that one. That's 1964 one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we do early ratings?
Hold on, I want to say this before I forget it. Did Mortal Kombat get Liu Kung Lao from the dude with the hat?
Oh, the dude with the hat.
Odd Job.
Odd Job.
Right?
Odd
And
Job.
I want to say this. because it's GoldenEye,
Yep.
right? Well, I mean, for Odd Job, no. Sorry.
No.
Odd Job was in
Austin
GoldenEye,
Powers.
right? But in
Yeah.
Austin
Huh?
Powers. Austin Powers did the
so he was,
parody
no.
on Odd
But
Job.
So we got to watch Austin Power
no,
movies
no,
after
no,
we finish
no.
James Bond.
Oh, the video game.
I'm talking about the video game.
I
In
got
the
you.
video game,
And I-
Odd Job was short. In this movie, I was expecting Odd Job to be like, I'm not trying to be funny. I was expecting Odd Job to be a little person because I was so used to the
He's
game.
not tall,
Wait,
but
no,
he's
no.
stout.
No. That's the man with the golden gun. That's Knick Knack. That's not Odd Job. Knick Knack is it's Tattoo
No,
from
but
Yeah.
I
Fantasy
believe in
Island.
the GoldenEye video game. I believe Odd Job is short.
We're a ways
Probably
away
both.
from the GoldenEye.
Yeah.
No. Well,
No,
because
it's talking
Odd
about
Job
the
was in
video
this
game, though.
movie. Because Odd Job was in this movie, so it made me think of Odd Job, and he wasn't short like that. That's why
I don't remember the height in the video game. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I just shot him.
Well, no, because we like sometimes we would have a rule, like you could like when we played 4-player, like you cannot use Odd Job because he's short, and you have to like aim down to shoot him because like the
Oh,
headshot is the in the game it's the knockout. So
I like the nut shot.
yeah, that's the knockout too.
It
That-
is.
you know what? It's actually funny. I looked up whether Knick Knack is in the GoldenEye because I don't remember. And they some people have said, did you think that Odd Job was Knick Knack because
Yeah.
he was too short?
So
So it's kinda
actually, do you guys all have the Switch? Do you guys all have a Switch?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys have like the internet, the online things so you can like play certain games, like
Yep.
the Nintendo 64 games
Yeah.
and shit?
Mhm. Yeah.
After we listen, I feel like an episode of Popcorn and Pints, but you can connect it and stream it. You guys can be on camera and all this other shit. We could stream this, right? I think we should do this.
Okay, but can we stream it on the Popcorn
Yes.
and Pints?
Yes, it's gonna be a Popcorn and Pints show, asshole. They don't know about this. Listen. Oh, he put JVP, yes, but We
Do
should play.
you want to stream it on Popcorn and Pints though?
Everywhere. We should play GoldenEye.
Because we'll let it happen. It's fine.
We
I
should
mean,
play
you don't even have to
GoldenEye,
ask us. You can, I know.
Where do you
Twitch.
want to play it though?
And
No, but how do you want
But
people
where
to
do you want
see it?
broadcast it?
matter of fact, let's do it for Castles for let's do it for no, Grandma's boy. I do want to watch and review. I was gonna say let's do it for Castles for a Cause. Let's just play the Switch for an hour.
You know we're not going anywhere after James Bond, right? Like we could go to Grandma's Boy after we just want a video game, but I don't care. I think we can do
Listen,
a
I'll
movie.
have to mess
That's
with
fine
it
with
and
me.
how to figure this out.
Well, no, you guys wouldn't have to worry about the streaming portion because that would be on my end. You guys would just come on here like regular restream. We'd be on here talking shit and just have it going so you can play it. Set it up to your TV so you can be looking at your TV, but kind of looking at the screen too, and just set up and play.
I'm using a 19-inch TV for my monitor, so
and we can just all talk our shit and have fun for an hour, and boom, play some GoldenEye. It fits with this. It's a perfect tie with this. We don't have to worry about watching a movie.
Haven't
the
played that
old
game in
golden,
20 years.
the old
Huh?
golden nut.
I haven't played in 20 years either, but it would be so
Nobody
fun and
has.
funny. We could just talk shit to each other, play the game. I'll have it I'll have it set up so it's streaming on here, and we'll be like, you know what I mean? Our screens will be, you guys will be on the side or whatever, and we'll.
This is
set
a
it up.
hell of a movie review.
No, fuck the movie review. I'm just saying. All right. Listen, I gotta pee, but let's dive into this movie review. I'll be right back. You guys dive in. Listen,
Wait,
man.
I gotta pee. You guys go ahead and talk.
People. It's like that scene in Wayne's World where they leave Garth alone and he's just like, about to explode.
Listen, people.
Oh.
I'm leaving my my Caucasian brothers alone. I hope they do good.
It's true because the last time Aaron did this, he fell down the stairs, and James and I didn't know if he was alive.
Exactly.
I did not fall down the stairs.
We're like, are James and I going to have to entertain people all night long?
We're not even talking about the movie still.
I'm looking at my notes thinking about something to bring up.
I don't have any notes about Goldfinger.
Okay, so this whole premise is...
Hold on. Why don't we do early ratings? Because we haven't rated anything.
Well, Aaron writes our ratings down, so we have to wait for him.
Yeah. I mean, it is 41 minutes in. You're right. We haven't done any ratings, but we also talked about the movies.
Listen, between Dr. No from Russia with Love, Goldfinger, I'm putting above those two for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm putting Goldfinger above Dr. No and From Russia with Love.
Me too. 100%.
Yeah, I think Goldfinger was for me, and I know listen, for me, but it's because that's what they consider it, and I read into it now. It's the turning point in James Bond where it goes from these fanciful espionage type tales that didn't have a footing, but they kind of knew what they wanted to go with, and into this like really fanciful spy adventure.
Agreed.
You know, and I love the introduction of like, it seems so timely with some of this stuff, like the air stunt show, the 60s. That was huge. That was a huge time for that. Or in Thunderball, the jetpack, you know, stuff like that, and the underwater stuff. So a lot of that stuff was so timely and to what was like kind of being what was pop culture at that time. Like people did scuba dive. Like that was the beach was like a hot place to be in the summer, and you know, the 60s really kind of kicked that type of world off in the movies. So it's cool that James Bond sort of saw that, but at the same time, let's go to Goldfinger for a minute. How goddamn bonkers is
no, you're not wrong though. I'm watching it and I'm like, I feel like this is a turning point from the first two movies, where they kind of jump into where the James Bond series is gonna go.
And I don't want to dumb it down for anybody who hasn't seen it, just to kind of give you a rundown of what it is. It's this guy who's a jeweler.
He
He's
loves
like
gold. He loves the color.
He loves gold.
Loves gold. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what that's like. I wonder who watched this movie and was like, I'm gonna put a gold toilet.
Somebody that enjoys golden showers and has a lot of power now. That's he was in Home Alone too.
Sure. He was in Home Alone too. Save that boy. So
I heard gold toilet.
Golden showers.
Golden showers. I heard that too, but I heard gold toilet, and that's the beautiful. I want a gold.
I will say this. So he loves gold, but he's like a dick, and like they know that he is up to something, so they send James Bond in. And what is James Bond's plan?
That is the whole movie. He is literally just fucking with this guy for the whole movie.
Yes.
And it's awesome.
Like he walks into the guy's girlfriend's apartment, starts rubbing her down. She's helping Goldfinger cheat at cards. He just starts rubbing the oil on her, rubbing her down,
like no
massaging her back.
questions.
She doesn't have.
She didn't even ask for that.
Hardly any questions at all. Like you're a complete stranger. Let's bang.
Mick, can I drop this link in your Discord?
And
The general in the Discord? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No,
What
I
am I
was saying,
doing
can I
with
drop it in your general link for your Discord?
That's
yeah,
not bad. He
please do.
breaks in the hotel room. I think it was a hotel room, right?
Yeah, but he gets on the intercom and he's literally in Goldfinger's ears. Like, you're going to lose this.
Yeah.
He's basically telling her, you're going to give up 50 grand. I'm going to bang your woman.
But he says it, and he goes, and it's like it's so shitty to do, because like at this point they just thought he was up to something, right? They're like, oh, we think he's up to something, you got to go investigate, and he decides to just be a dick and provoke him until he shows his hand. And he's being really shitty. If Goldfinger was
but
up
you
to
know what, you
nothing,
just made a funny analogy. If he's just being addicted, give him to show his hand. The first introduction to Goldfinger is he's playing cards with the guy.
oh yeah, I mean, like there was definitely subtext to it, and I appreciated this movie for what it was. But he is like in deep down to his core, he's just being a dick to him. Even
The
on
golf course, yeah, he
and
shoots
everything.
the ball just to make him lose, and he had the caddy going along with it. He's like,
He's doing what you got to do, though. You got to be an asshole at times.
And
you know?
he even told his caddy, we're going to fuck with Goldfinger.
yeah.
It was so good, and like Odd Job,
yeah, that
like
was
drops the
funny.
ball,
And I love how Bond was like, I don't remember the brand of the ball or what it said on the ball verbatim, but he was like, aren't you using let's say the 17-6 ball?
He's like, don't you use a whatever one? This is a 7. By the strictest rules of golf, you just lost.
Yeah. You picked up the wrong ball.
Yeah, the guy he wormed his way into a game, bet him, and then cheated to beat him, and then finds out it's in the guy's own golf course. That's kind of like, again, still we don't know what he's up to. He does. He's a bad guy. Don't get me wrong, but like we don't know what he's up to yet. We just know he's kind of connected to SPECTRE and this, and like, so this is the journey you take in this movie, because by the time you see the flip, he is no longer annoyed by James Bond. He kidnaps him and brings him to his stud farm with his pilot, Pussy Galore.
First off, okay, I put this in the group chat. This is the third movie in the series we've watched so far. James Bond banged 7 women throughout the first 2 movies.
Mm.
He bangs 2 women, including Pussy Galore and Goldfinger, bringing the total up to 9. Pussy Galore, for me, is the least attractive of all the women he's banged so far. I don't know how you have that name.
She's still good looking, though.
I'm not saying she's not. But I don't know how you name a character Pussy Galore and have her be lower scale attractive on the women he's banged so far.
Hey, your name didn't say face galore. It's pussy. Just I got some good pussy then.
All right. So, Chris, I'm going to explain this to you in the only way I know how, and it's going to sort of be a civics lesson of sorts, and it's going to be an ode to our brothers up in brothers.
Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Paul. Or no,
the Peter. Canucks.
No.
In Canada.
Any of the Canucks.
Except Drake. Fuck you.
It's true. I don't like Drake.
It was either 2003 or... So to explain to you, like, the hotness scale of Pussy Galore to the rest of the current James Bond run of women that we've seen in the movies, which is, like you pointed out, is what, 7?
I'm keeping count.
I went to London, Ontario years ago for a thing called Thing Fest. It was, celebrating the movie The Thing. We got to watch it on 35 millimeter print. We're hanging out with the rest of the group. It was a message board group. We all got together. Now, when I tell you I went to London, my best friend and I went to London. We drove all the way up there. We had a great time. And when I say London, again, Ontario, I have to tell you something. While we were in London, Ontario, we saw a lot of women. And I think their ugliest woman I saw there was like an 8 here. Right? And like I was young, keep in mind, this is like 20 some odd years ago. 40s. So, I am a guy running around and it's just like, oh man, like these women are all hot. And they really were. And we went everywhere. We went to bars, we went to the restaurants, we went everywhere. We went to a college, like it's a college town. So like we saw women everywhere. And I will tell you, of all ages, shapes, sizes, like it really was like they were all like just 10s, right? They were just amazing. And it just felt phenomenal to me. Now I say that to say this. That's basically what you're talking about here. So let's not say the least attractive. Let's just say a Canada 10.
He's a Canadian 10.
A Canadian 10.
I know that was very roundabout, and I took us to 50
What does that
minutes
mean?
She's a Canadian 10.
She's hotter in Canada.
Got it.
It was just
Got
Reddit.
it.
It was just for
I
fun.
love it.
Well, all right,
Early
so I will
ratings.
say this.
Let's get to our ratings.
I know we're ratings almost an hour in.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's do both of our ratings and then just talk about both movies. I have my 2, 7.5 for both. I actually had a really good time with these two movies. I liked how the gadgets got a lot better, and the brunette chick in the second movie in Thunderball was bad. But no, I really like the gadgets, and it felt more like a Bond movie, like when he was kind of creeping up more and kind of sneaking up, being more sneaky and more spy-like.
All right.
Still getting his ass kicked.
That's fine. That's fine though. But these movies gave me more of like a Bond feeling as someone who's coming into, the Bond movies.
Well, it's a quintessential moment with that we all know, even just if it's through parody. Is
I gave Goldfinger an 8 and Thunderball a 7.
I
got the same rating.
That fucking laser scene has been mimicked how many times throughout other pop culture?
So many fucking
shows.
Between
a dead woman painted in gold has been mimicked how many times?
What's cool about that with the laser thing, Chris, is it's not like it's just live action. Like that's went across the board from live action to like animated shit too with the laser shit.
The animated
Futurama.
I feel like that really speaks levels when it touches like another type of, I don't know what would you call it, like another genre, Mick? Like I guess, right? Like animated compared to action.
This is just more evolving, if anything. Like it was just more of like an evolution.
No, but what I'm talking about is like the whole laser thing, like how that it came from here and then went like touched so many different types of film after. And then, but also,
Goldfinger did that.
But also touching like animated films, like that. I feel like that's another level when you're touching like another type of, not only I guess genre would be the right term for it, but I don't mean like just genre, like from live action to like animated. I feel like that's like another thing to where you're drawing something like, that's so cool and works in live action or in animated. Like that laser thing works either way. You know what I'm trying to say?
So there's genres, but then there's categories which are above it, and categories are always going to handle like so animated. So you can have, so it's not action or animation. I know we often call animation its own genre, which I get, and we should to an extent. But it's also a category. So an animated film can be action, or it can be comedy, or it can be horror. Or so like you can jump around to anything with those. And it's not many categories, but like something like that. And then the genre or subgenre, so forth after. And that's generally how they rate most of the stuff anyway, or rank it.
Makes sense.
I will only say, like with Goldfinger though, because I have to talk about, one of my favorite movies is Heat. And if you've never seen Heat, that I hope
I've never seen that, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't be
fucking good. And it has one of the
best shootouts. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, Mr. JPB, you have to call it the JPB wheel. And as a matter of fact, I want a picture of you and sunglasses for the picture for the center of the wheel. 12 movies, any movies you want.
I'm going. You know what? Okay.
But we have to have a fun. We have to have a
Okay.
fun,
And
silly,
I'm gonna
goofy
go.
picture.
I'm
We
gonna
have to
go
have a fun,
bonkers
silly, goofy
action.
picture. But the movies, it doesn't even have to be thematic. It could be whatever the fuck you want. But your 12 movies that
Yeah,
you
no, it's
want
gonna
us
be.
to see.
You know me. I got to put parameters under it. It's gonna be. It's
I
gonna
know.
be bonkers action. film.
Love it.
But we have to have a silly picture. That's how you can
So-
get your own wheel. You have to have a goofy picture. Fun. It's fun.
I could do
That goes for all of us. So whoever wants one.
Have you seen my
It's-
know.
TikToks?
As a matter of fact, when's your birthday? March is your month for
March.
the movies.
Good, I lied because it's
No, it's
actually
not.
August.
White people aren't born in August.
What? I don't know if you
It's
ventured
too
out.
hot for you guys.
Sturdy,
You guys
the
burn
house.
damn near in the winter with when the sun's out.
What?
It's true. White people can only be
have-
be born in the winter when it's cold and dreary.
That's why you guys are so miserable.
No,
Get it.
that's why they make the babies because you can't leave the house. They have the babies in the warm.
Oh, that's true. There's a lot of summer white birthdays.
Yeah.
I have a July.
I'm a January,
See,
so
Hey, Mick
that's
is
not
March.
even warm.
March is
I don't know
cold.
what happened with my parents
Mm.
there.
I'm not telling anybody.
I don't know how we got
It's
onto that. I think I
it's
started
actually
that
June.
one.
Aaron, you did. You started that one.
I always do. I love it
All right.
because if you guys do it, looks bad.
Nick, when's your birthday? June 19th.
So, what do you think about the plan for the Fort Knox thing? That
I
was
wasn't
like
mad.
kind of out there.
And
Number 30.
for I wasn't mad because I mean these movies were from like 64, 65. So you got to figure for them some of that shit is out there. Like holy,
This is
shit,
Delta
this is
9 right here, actually.
Nice.
That was the name of the gas they were supposed to use, but they changed it to like water or something, so they all fake sleeping.
James is a walking copyright, or not a walking copyright, or a walking YouTube.
Yes.
What did I say?
Because you showed the thing.
It's legal.
No, but still, not federally, not across, and like
And they don't know
You-
what this is.
YouTube wants you to hide. Which you know what? I want to talk about that because there's a lot of channels. Again, they're bigger channels. I'm not going to mention their name because I don't want to shout them out, even though we're a smaller channel. But there's bigger channels that will like smoke weed and stuff and drink, and they're huge and have
That's what I'm
sponsors and all
saying.
kinds of shit. So I'm like, what's the thing there? Because
I didn't say what it is. You don't know what that is. I can say anything.
Your mic is low.
Candy.
I
That's
heard him
Enjoy
fine.
things
That's candy.
Rich can enjoy. We have to shut
No,
the fuck
Mike.
up. Oh, I was shutting the fuck up for
Oh.
effect. We just have to shut the fuck up. That's what it comes down to. Always. Like the rich get to do what they want, and
I
we
like
get to shut
how
the fuck up.
going back to these movies. I like how our ratings. I mean, I gave them both the 7.5. You guys gave them 8 7s across the board for the film wise. But we're very close on these films right here. I think that's awesome. Like we're very close on these two. On these.
Well, you weren't here because you may have fallen down the stairs. We talked about Goldfinger felt more like a turning point for this series after the first two
Definitely.
movies.
Goldfinger is the one that made me
Yeah.
feel like again. The most I got from buying. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I'll probably say it every fucking episode. Is from the GoldenEye, which we're gonna do on for Castles for a Cause. We're playing GoldenEye. Fuck that. We're gonna push Grandma's Boy to when we're done with Bond.
I don't even know what the fuck we're doing anymore. You're just making up shit as we go along.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, like I'm kind of.
We're gonna play GoldenEye on our
our
Switches together, and we're gonna be on here streaming on this for Castles for a Cause.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Because we're gonna add each. Listen, we're gonna add each other's names and all that. And as far as the streaming goes,
Is that in the Nintendo store?
No. I'll be streaming as far as like the gameplay. I'll be streaming our gameplay. You guys need to be on here to talk shit with us, and that's it.
I want to talk about this movie.
I'm just saying.
This shootout at the end in Fort Knox with a safe fight going on.
Oh yeah.
The vault fight or whatever. Like this was a bonkers ending.
It was.
Damn it! Why does it keep doing this?
I don't know.
Stop.
You got to rub it more like that. I think, like I just saw you do. You
And
got to,
faster.
yeah, smooth and fast.
Listen. You gotta give it the little.
All I'm gonna say, Mick, is I may have a solution for that. I just have to talk to the wife first.
Yeah, we got to end the show. No, we don't have to end the show. I'm just kidding. But I want to talk about the movies.
Yeah, we're all fucked up, and we're over here talking about the only.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't know what's going on. It's so random.
Can I say
other
that?
thing just-
No, my thing came out.
I have
fucking
to,
train
all
wreck.
right, listen. I'm gonna say this really quick, and we'll really dive into the movie more.
More franchise.
James, I
An
cannot
hour
wait
in.
for you to be able to do something because you are going to be done off of like a sip of something or a hit of something, and that's it. It's going to be hilarious.
I'm good.
I can't wait.
Mhm.
Oh man, I can't wait. But all right, let's go. Take it away,
Fight scene.
APB.
That's
Me?
what we're talking about.
Which fight? Like I
The
said, I don't
save.
have notes on Goldfinger,
The
so I
save.
can't.
No, like I was just talking about the final fight
Yeah.
with the shootout and the Volt fight.
Okay,
with
Okay, yeah, when they
Odd
try to get into Fort Knox. Oh, the fake gas in the air. First off, James Bond's penis is clearly magic because whoever he bangs goes from bad to good and
Exactly.
completely turns on all their morals and everything they were into before they had James Bond's penis inside of them.
So
Dude, the
you've
one
never
woman
done
just
that? You
like
can't do that.
accepted him.
Never
Like she didn't even have sex with her yet.
I
No.
feel like that's normal. You just gotta have good-
Yeah, and this is the closest he comes to forcing himself on a woman unfavorably.
that's where I draw the line. What I was
And-
talking about was consensual.
After that, it
guess
was
you
like
liked
it was like the second coming of God to her because she went from bad to good.
You-
She literally called, like they make reference of it, like she called the CIA or whatever it is so they could strap fake gas to the planes. Like, first off, if you're running Fort Knox, how are you letting any plane in your airspace
I know.
Let's,
Exactly.
and shooting off these tiny ass cans of gas?
It's not even one. It's like 5 planes.
Yeah, it's like 5 planes. One flown by Helen Keller because James will tell you it's true.
It's true.
it is. I believe it.
And there's these tiny ass gas cans attached to them too. Like
What's
they're
good,
literally
Troy?
they're like the 1 gallon helium can that you would use to blow up a balloon.
And the people were dropping before the gas even reached them.
Yeah, I know, really. Like there's no indication the gas is even making it down to these people.
But that makes sense though because it was faked. So they might have just seen the plane and just like fell over to pretend to be.
Yeah, because the director told them to.
I gotta flick this for a second. I'm gonna make it feel good. Hi.
Yeah, you gotta get that erect again.
I love to taste your sweaty balls.
Oh, chocolate soda
It's a
ball.
little hairy over here.
Yeah.
It feels a little rough. You hear that?
You can always tell who's not an SNL fan whenever somebody says that.
Oh,
Sweaty balls.
There we go.
Okay, I'm thinking of something completely different than my bad. I'm thinking
Yeah, I loved Goldfinger. I thought this
It's a little sweaty over here.
I really had like I
Goldfinger's
said, I had a good time with these movies, and it just they just felt like an actual Bond movie. Because when I think of Bond, I think of a cool spy that does some cool shit, has a cool car, and always has some, for better lack of term, has some eye candy on his arm.
Well, the funny thing about this is
Or in his
he
bed.
doesn't give it when he bangs a woman and they die. He doesn't give a shit whatsoever.
He was it Goldfinger where he was the one chick as a shield.
Yeah.
Yo, he hit it. And he
No.
was as a shield.
No,
He
that's
was not
that.
kidding, was he?
That's Thunderball, where he's
Thunderball.
dancing with the
Thunderball's the one
chick,
right
and she gets
Oh,
shot. Like he swings her around to get shot in the back, but because she was working for
because the dude has
Spectre.
a bottle. It's about
No,
to crack him in
But
the head. He swings.
Goldfinger, he bangs a woman early in the movie.
and
She
then she
dies.
gets the gold. Yeah.
She gets golden.
Mhm.
Meets his sister, like no remorse whatsoever that these women die. Meets his
Yeah,
sister, like he wants to bang his sister when she meets her trying to kill Goldfinger. She dies because they're together. Like there's no remorse. He just
At
keeps
all.
on moving on.
He gets the Kung
yeah.
Lao hat.
That's
Yeah.
his pregnancy protection, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
It's true. There needs to be a James Bond movie called
Dies, they die. He goes
Paternity Test.
Okay, since you brought that
No.
up,
The next James Bond movie is going to be called Paternity Test. How has there
Bond.
not been any kind of son of James Bond
But
movie?
again, they all passed away before that even happened. So my question to you is:
We don't know what happened to Pussy Galore.
Does James Bond go raw, or does he wrap up?
There's no way he's not
He
raw
can't carry
dogging all
that
these
many
women.
condoms with him.
Yeah, I know. There's
In this 4 movies, he's donated more sperm than anybody to ever.
Okay. What did he shoot more?
His load.
He shot more loads than bullets.
Or
He has shot more loads than bullets by this point.
Because they always take his gun. I don't even think he shoots people.
He either take his gun or he loses it.
Yeah, if we're counting the sex count, we have to count the load, the bullets, the load.
This
reload,
motherfucker
reload.
goes
You know
from
what I'm
almost dying to putting his penis in something faster than I've ever seen.
You're not lying.
And he only ever pulls his guns on the women, and then
No.
he puts them away and just has sex with them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, when he's on the phone and the one girl's like going up and saying stuff, he just like grabs her head and he launches her. He's like just throws her. Get the hell away from me.
Yeah.
Yo.
This is a guy that's clearly taken to heart. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
What I'm hoping, and I mean this in the most respectful way, people.
We didn't get the Thunderball yet.
Shut up, Chris.
I didn't say anything. I was just laughing.
What I'm hoping is like with these Bond movies that like they evolve with the times, like as far
They
as
do.
the times of what they were coming out.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably not until Pierce
The
Brosnan, at
60s
least.
No. They
Yo,
all do.
yo,
Every
listen.
one of them.
The 60s is some wild,
Dude, you
wild
have
shit.
2 movies in the 60s left,
The
and they get
60s
wilder.
is some crazy shit.
Dude,
Like if you really look at it, like if you look at it like with outside of it being a movie, that's crazy.
yeah.
Even with it being a movie in a sense, it's still crazy. Well, like say if you look at it like if it's like a real story, you're like,
Dude,
holy
the 70s so far have been the best villains.
Oh, it's gonna get hairier.
They had the best villains.
Bush-wise.
I was about to say the same thing.
Nanga, Scaramanga. There's just so many, and you're gonna have a good time with them. I'm telling you.
If they get better than these, I'm excited. Like I'm on board, and I'll tell you what, I'm a Bond fan. If I like more of these movies than dislike, of course, I'm a Bond fan. Will I ever go through this shit again? No, but I'm a Bond fan.
One of the things I enjoyed about Thunderball is all the fucking spear guns to the chest.
Dude,
just watching people get shot by spear guns. Like the underwater scene fight went on too long, but
I hate
still,
underwater fight scenes. I hate
it's
them.
so
Any movie.
slow.
I hate
It goes on. You can't tell what's happening. But-
That was the biggest shirk against this, and actually the same with the remake, which I'll talk about after. Never Say Never Again. But this one, it's the biggest strike against it. And that's why, like, I think we all gave it like a point below.
Mhm.
It's still good, but it is slow in that third act. It's just everything, and like you were so used to, like it, and it's bonkers to me because think about the 3 before. It ends in big like platform type of places, big, not warehouses, but you know what I mean, like villain lairs, like as we know.
Yeah.
And then this one's just underwater.
Well,
Yeah, no,
it's not even that. It's like they have a whole big fight. They have a whole big fight planned out. They just like, let's do it underwater.
Yeah.
I hate
And
it.
that fucking detracted from it.
Fuck
Yeah.
is he
And
Aquaban?
I also don't understand how he bangs the woman underwater.
Oh, I'm gonna explain that to you, Chris.
Like, this seems a little extreme.
You take
No,
your pee
it's
out.
no, listen, no. Well, yes, you have to do that, but there's lubrication you can use.
He's literally wearing like a Speedo. You think either one of them is carrying lubrication, extra
Listen,
lubrication?
you
Listen,
just do what you
Salt
do.
water?
I'm gonna say this: Bond and MacGyver are always prepared for
There's
everything.
obviously no kissing
Batman.
because
No,
they need to breathe.
Bond, MacGyver, and
Bond's
Batman
dick is
are
always wet.
prepared for anything.
Always.
It's always wet. It just
Always
that's
wet.
what God graced him with. It just is forever wet because he's
Boom.
always
Because
Yeah.
the first time he banes this chick, first off, the first time he banes her is underwater, and then he immediately tells her brother died. Here's the proof.
Yeah, he's getting bad news
it's
after.
Largo.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's like, I'm gonna have to hurt you more. Here's
Listen,
your brother's dog tag.
That's crazy because there's people that would tell her that first and try to use that as sympathy for, show her crying. Is it,
What do you say to a woman after that? After you just had sex with her and then delivered the news?
Hey,
that
here's
her
the proof
brother's
your
dead?
brother's dead.
And then,
Wait, okay.
but do you like if she's like, well, what do I do? Like, why would you have sex?
You
with
want
me?
to put your
I
mouth
figured
on my
you needed
penis?
to-
That'll help you. I can put those dog tags around my junk, make you
No,
pretend
no,
he's alive.
No. That's bad. No. I'm being the voice of reason. That's fucked up.
Oh, hey,
What was the question? What was the question,
Sean
JPB?
Connery doing it. That's what I'm asking.
Wait, what was the question again?
Dude, these are a series of movies. Sean Connery just wanted to get it wet. That is what these movies are.
He's not even that great of a spy, by the way.
No, he's not. He's not. The reason he's still alive is because all the bad guys that capture him just don't shoot him on sight.
I know. They
You know
keep
what it
him
is?
around.
You know what it is with him? He does two things that fucks him up. Before he goes on his mission, he drinks and he fucks. So I'm just like, you need that testosterone built up, so you have that.
Thunderball
He's paying more attention
on the missions the entire time.
No, Thunderball is him literally trying to bang Spectre's number 2's woman, and they know who he is, and they're like, we can't kill him yet. They keep saying that, and then just fucking shoot him.
I know.
But what I will say is, fuck.
I know a perfect way to kill Bond.
STDs?
If I was Spectre, kind of, I'll create a poison that aligns the woman's vag.
Yeah, STDs.
When he has sex with her, he dies.
Yeah,
that's an STD, James.
No, you can take penicillin for most of those.
Not everything.
He's got a ton of those. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, he's definitely.
I don't understand, and I also don't understand why they don't have him bang Moneypenny at any point.
It's just it's a weird flirtation. That's like no. Shut up.
You know,
they're trying that's like the little bit of innocence they're trying to keep, and it doesn't even fucking make sense.
He has the hots for bad girls. She's too good.
He's too good.
Maybe he just keeps business and pleasure separate. He's like, I can't bang.
Maybe Moneypenny is M's daughter.
Moneypenny is Eminem's daughter. That's what
main chick in Thunderball is Domino, right? That's the name.
Yeah. By the way, I love the fake like background they're using while they're filming the scenes, like the fucking boat going like 100 miles an hour, and the background just all over the place.
Yo,
towards the end for the final fight and stuff.
All right,
like what the fuck?
That was fucking
go ahead.
Funny. That was what had me laughing so hard about it. Right, I'm sitting here, I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, did this shit freeze or something? Why do I keep seeing the same thing over and over and over? and what it was just it was Bond, and I forgot the other gentleman's name that was playing the bad guy. But like
Largo. Emilio Largo.
They were just like switching positions, steering the boat, but the visuals looking outside the boat,
dodging the rock.
You see, everything was the same. And you know what? I love it. I respect it because you did what the fuck you had to do, and you made the shit come out. But it was fucking funny.
You know,
I thought there was a nuke on that boat.
And that's something that we have to point out.
Dude, they mentioned having. Yeah, they mentioned having one last nuke on the boat.
That was the Tim Mimosa moment of the movie. Was that
no? They're like he goes to run away at the very end. He's like, we still have one of the bombs on the boat, and they just run it into an island. It's a minor explosion, and
it's a minor explosion, not no nuke.
We always forget to do this. What is your Tim Mimosa moment from the first one?
Damn it!
Oh, I don't remember.
Tim Mimosa.
Whatever the moment I just mentioned is my Tim Mimosa.
All right, well, let's just do Goldfinger, and we'll start with Goldfinger. What's your Tim Mimosa moment in Goldfinger? And we'll go around the horn.
Fuck! What did I just say for that Tim Mimosa moment?
All right. I'm trying to think of a good Tim Mimosa moment.
I think when he just walks in and fucks with Goldfinger while he's playing cards and then bangs his woman.
The boat scene.
That's a Tim Mimosa moment.
No, the golf game is my Tim Mimosa moment. Just being a total troll the whole time.
Okay, my Tim Mimosa moment, and it's probably my favorite moment of the movie because of a weird reason. It's the boat scene that I was mentioning where the guys are fighting. Where you say is Largo.
Yeah.
Largo.
That's
Sorry,
Thunder.
Largo.
That's Thunderball.
Well, no, I'm saying my favorite scene of the movie, whatever movie we're talking about. But my favorite scene that
We were talking about Goldfinger. You're talking about a totally different movie.
listen, I'm talking about what's sticking out to Sturdy. That's all. I'm just saying. We're talking about Bond. I'm talking about what's sticking out to Sturdy. And what's sticking out to Sturdy is that boat scene where it felt what made me
It's a completely different movie.
What made me really love the scene and really like attached to the scene was it felt like a video game. You know how like when you're playing a video game and you get stuck and you're getting pissed off at this map, and there's like this little line where you got to take a hinge to the left or a hinge to the right, and you're like, oh fuck, that's where I gotta go, but you don't see it for like 6 hours later. And that's what this felt like with this movie. I was like, why do we keep seeing the same fucking map, the same design, the same shit, the horrible CGI, but I love it over and over and over with these two guys fighting. Fuck it, I'm in.
How about this? When I watched Austin Powers, like
Mike,
and sorry, this thing just keeps doing it automatically. My apologies.
You got to keep it up, man. Keep it up. Just give it a little rub, a little.
Stay with me.
blow on it.
Yeah.
Yo, the way he said that is so perverted.
It was just a blow.
He was so confident. He was like, "Whoa!" And then you did it like right after.
I still have another movie to talk about. So, all right.
Oh
Fuck.
It's hard to podcast
What's
with white
going
people,
on
man.
in this
I
episode?
love it. I
Jesus
love it. It's the
Christ.
best thing in the world, but it's hard to podcast with white people, man. I love these guys. They're the best.
It's just fucked up. It's just fucked up. All right.
This episode's all
beautiful.
over the place.
It's beautiful.
When I
love it.
watched Austin Powers as a teenager, there's a point to this, I promise.
Mike,
And he makes the
Look, if I do this, it be just turn up. Just turn it up.
God damn it. But
I do this.
Fuck.
Just put it in your mouth.
All right, I'm gonna give up. I'm going to speak real low because I think what's happening is I'm speaking in a high volume
There you go.
and the mic is adjusting to it. So I'm going to speak at a normal tone, which I like.
All right.
Instead of Barry White, because he's white, we'll call him Barry Black.
Don't make me laugh because that's going to bring it up. And I don't knock myself and I want to get through everything I have to say because I had something planned. But of course,
Well, we'll call you
I
Barry
have
Black.
not been able to get through successfully. And I'm going to say this. When I saw Austin Powers as a teenager and they made that joke about the sharks with the lasers, I didn't see a lot of James Bond at that point. And I was like, all right, there's no way there's that many sharks in the James Bond franchise.
There was.
I'm going to tell you,
Ah.
I'm on movie 10. And there's a lot of they went hard on the sharks even before Jaws came out.
Oh shit.
So I don't know who inspired who, but I'm pretty sure James Bond had something to do with the shark.
do
Right?
you have trivia for this movie, Mick?
I do.
Hang on,
I haven't-
hang on. Pause the trivia, please. I just gotta say this before I forget it. You
Guys
what's
just
bothering
wanna
me
go
right
to the
now?
trivia.
What's flipping in my mind this whole fucking time. As soon as Mick mentioned the Austin Powers movies,
We're doing
I'm like,
those next.
fuck,
Put me at,
we're gonna have to do those.
There's only 3 of them, right?
It's only 3. We
Four?
could technically just watch them for 1 week.
get in my belly.
All right, so I'm fine with doing those, but I want to do Grandma's Boy in between first, just to kind of replenish, get some raunchiness out and some good laughs out, and then I'm fine.
All right. Real quick, I do want to point out because I did watch the movie and I want to have a little chance to say it. There's a remake.
So is his hair. It's not a toupee. No
This is why we're
matter
taking.
what
That's why
they
it's an hour
say.
and 17 minutes in because you're
Sorry.
shutting up.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll buy another.
I love you.
He's too fucking stoned.
All right, and I'm not even stoned, and I'm just trying to speak at a low volume because I want to keep my mic up so I can tell the story. All right,
It's
I
true.
watched Never Say Never Again, which was a remake of Thunderball that came out in 1983, starring Sean Connery again. Now, this movie was made outside of the franchise, you son of a bitch, outside of the franchise, and he went. But I don't know why they sort of adapted it from the book, the Thunderball book, instead of saying that it was like a remake of the movie. And it follows Sean Connery's James Bond as sort of an old man. They make a lot of jokes about his age. He goes to the same like spa, but because they think he's out of shape. Kim Basinger's in it. It follows pretty much the same storyline. It's kind of worth a watch. I would say if you do like the James Bond movies, that is one I would rate it at maybe a 6.5.
Oh,
But I'm also way ahead of you in the James Bond, so there's a grading curve for me.
Okay.
But I do think that if you guys at any point in life decide to go check it out, it's worth a check out if you like Thunderball. But yeah, I do have trivia for this if you do guys want
Yeah,
to.
Let's do it.
I do. I want to say one more thing, just because it's the whole franchise thing. I feel like if you decide to dive and just watch like 1 or 2 Bond movies, I honestly really feel like you might as well just start with the original and just dive through the whole franchise. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not like the first 2 at all, but I respect them. And the second 2 are they're like watching the first 2, watching the second 2, just watching how the stories grow, how it gets better. And again, I wasn't born back then. None of us were born back then. I know Mick was the closest, but still, he wasn't born. Um,
Wow. Calling
actually,
you out.
I don't know who's older out of Mick and James. One of those 2.
They're the same age.
What I'm getting at is
A few months.
like the way those stories were told, it was almost like with the next 2 stories that had so much growth. I don't know if there was like an outrage. I don't know because again, I'm not into Bond like that. But whatever it was, they just grew and told like a better story. I'm not saying it was a great story, but with these next 2 movies, and it felt more for me like a Bond film that I was expecting, and more like a spy film that I was kind of expecting. Not the greatest spy. I'm not saying he was the greatest spy, but it felt more like a spy than the first 2. The first 2, he was just walking up into shit. The second 2, he was still doing that, but not as much. So he was like learning how to be a spy, it felt like, but it was still better than just like,
Fucking luck, man. Fucking luck.
He has sex with so many women that are attached to all of his cases that it's
Yes,
like his dick is a magnet for like menacing women.
listen,
it
what
is.
he does though, he takes them out for a nice meal, nice drinks. I'm not saying he overpowers.
he
No, he's
doesn't.
banging them.
He's not hiding his
He doesn't
intentions.
show this. He doesn't show this. He's Bond. He's
What are you
James.
talking about? He shows every interaction from beginning to end, and it always starts with them
I'm trying to
stumbling
make
upon each
I'm
other
trying to make him look
and then
better,
having
man.
sex.
I'm gonna bang your woman, even though you're working for the enemy.
Oh, man, he's
All right, you want these trivia questions? Let's see who
Yeah,
reigns
yeah,
supreme this
Let's
week.
go.
All right, let's start with Goldfinger. What was the first name of the villain in Goldfinger?
I don't know. See, I want to make a request for next week. Can you please make these multiple choice? Because
Okay, I'll do it. Is it Aaron?
no,
Is it Alston? Is it Auric? Or is it Alan?
fuck.
Olsen.
All right, what do you guys say?
B. I don't remember the question. But
The
I'm gonna
third
say
one.
B.
The third
James got it. It's
one. The
Auric.
third one.
What is the name of Goldfinger's henchman with the deadly hat?
Yep. Oddjob.
James. All right,
Yeah,
here
yeah,
reign supreme.
Hey,
2-0. What is the name of the Bond girl played by Honor Blackman?
Octopussy? No.
Wow.
You are deducted
No,
10
wrong
points.
movie.
Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore. That is correct.
Damn it.
And can
Octopussy.
you, for an extra point, when she says "I'm Pussy Galore," what was James Bond's response?
Can I? Never mind. Pass.
Ah, fuck. I
He
don't-
said, hold on. I know it. Wait.
I can't wait.
Did he say, let's get a drink first?
No,
or
she
something?
goes, "I'm Pussy Galore." He goes, "I must be dreaming."
Oh.
This again going
Everything's
back
a sexual innuendo.
Yeah.
to this.
This
to
movie,
era.
listen, these movies have so many puns. Like when the girl gets shot in the back and he sets her down, it's like she's just dead. Like I gotta set her down because she's just dead from all the exhaustion.
Yeah, but these movies, like again, what I respect about all 4 of them is how they literally they just whatever's going on, they're honest about it. They just throw the shit out there. They don't give a
Think about some of the hidden ones that I saw. In Dr. No, he carries a Beretta, which is just a little bit bigger of a gun than the Walter PPK. And they make him switch his Beretta with the Walter PPK, almost kind of like, you would think for a second, like maybe like shortening him, cutting him off, or something. But it's actually because they say it in the scene that won't jam.
Yep.
And James Bond doesn't jam. He's out there plugging away the whole time.
He's jamming
He's doing
something.
something.
So it's
He's
pretty
doing
good. These movies, they do a good job. But all right, I'll do one more for Goldfinger, then I'll move on. What is the target of Goldfinger's Operation Grand Slam?
Fort Knox.
Chris is on the board. Now we got 2-1.
No, I got 2.
No, you got 2 last time.
But I guessed Pussy Galore.
Yes, you did. You have 2. Sorry.
James and I are tied.
You're tied, and Sturdy's just dead last, 0.
These white movies are hard to pay attention to, people. I'm sorry.
Moving on to Thunderball from 1965.
Thunderballs. That's why he calls his balls when they're full. Thunderballs.
It's like blue balls, but more painful.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to use the goat. Never mind.
You know who doesn't know about blue balls?
R. Kelly.
James Bond.
James Bond.
That's a point.
They're always empty.
Yeah,
What?
They're the same. Never mind.
Fine. I don't care. You can have it. What number is Emilio Largo in Spectre's hierarchy?
2.
Boom. That is 4 points for Chris.
Damn.
And then, okay. What special device allows Bond to breathe underwater for extended periods?
I don't know the name of it.
Oh, that shit he put in his mouth. I don't know what the hell that was called.
A miniature rebreather. All right.
Okay.
This should be an easy one. What country does most of Thunderball
Russia.
take place in?
Jamaica.
Underwater with the scuba?
R. Kelly's backyard. I don't know. Diddy's house. What was the question?
Jamaica.
What? No, it's not Jamaica. Jamaica was
Miami. Miami.
That's where they go to set off the bomb.
Yeah, but that's where Fort Lauderdale is. It's in Florida. What?
Is it?
All right.
What? The fuck is going on? You're confusing the shit out of me.
I confused myself. My bad.
Your mic went down.
What was the question again?
It's getting too loud. I have to keep it calm.
Where was Thunderball taking place?
What country?
Puerto Rico?
No.
Russia.
No.
France.
All right. It was. None of you got it. It was the Bahamas.
The UK.
The Bahamas.
Hang on. Let me keep going.
What is? And here's the last one.
Mexico. Colombia.
He gave you the answer. You can't keep going.
What is the name of James Bond's CIA ally who helps him in Thunderball?
Felix.
I want first and last.
Oh.
Felix Johnson. Felix Hernandez.
They say it in every movie.
Felix these balls.
I
don't know. I forgot.
I don't know.
Felix Leiter. I'm gonna give the point to Chris anyway. He finishes off with 5. That's pretty cool. You win nothing but the week. And I forgot who won last week, so I'm not sure. I didn't keep track of it. Chris, you won it?
Chris won
I do want to point out one thing about Felix Leiter, though, who is an instrumental part of James Bond, especially in a lot of movies coming up. This was Rick Van Nutter who played him in this movie in Thunderball, and then in Goldfinger he was played by. I have it up. I didn't memorize it, so please.
Ralph McGenzies.
Is that what is? No, Sec Linder played.
That was close.
So
okay, really cool. Before we end this, did anybody notice when Goldfinger they showed the gold hand with the 4 fingers? That's what James Bond.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy?
He goes 4 deep.
You want to hear something crazy? The Black Ranger only has 4 fingers on his left hand.
He does.
You didn't know that?
No, he does.
Which Black Ranger?
Zach.
Yeah,
the original.
Zach.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you keep dropping his axe.
Oh man. One day
Take the wind out of the sails, like
we'll get over
I
these.
remember his weapons. I remember the Power Rangers weapons.
all right.
Awesome.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. We just
we're
ended
wrapping this
trivia,
up.
so awesome. Trivia. That's fun. You should do that every week. Yeah.
I win.
Hey, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe to Popcorn and Pints. Go check out their and support them over on Patreon. It's very awesome. I love these guys. They're doing cool things, and they're going to start doing video games. Supposedly, that's what I hear. And they're
We're
great.
trying to start that next year.
But seriously, give a like, comment, subscribe, hang out. Come join us every Saturday night. We're going to be doing James Bond for the foreseeable future. But remember, next week we are doing Casters for a Cause on the Scene Stomps channel. We'll be here too, everywhere. And make sure you join in. It's for a good cause.
A lot of good shows.
Yeah, we're donating to the Red Cross for the LA wildfires. And just come hang out at 3 p.m. on, and we're going to be hanging out all night. So we'd love to have you.
It's been a long time, so come bring that energy, help us out, because we're gonna need the help. We're gonna need it. And
And remember, be kind, be forgiving, be loving. You don't win with hate.
It literally takes less effort.
and this is super important too. Don't hold in your pee. When you really have to pee, get up and go pee.
I
It's
really
not
gotta
healthy
pee.
all night. I'm just telling you guys right now. Doing that shit where you're drinking all night and you don't want to break the seal. It's stupid.
The longer you talk about this, the
It's
more it's
unhealthy.
not helping.
Are you
I'm just
drinking,
trying to
or
spread
is
it
it
out
just
to the
water?
youth.
I didn't have to, but now I do, and it better end the show. I'm leaving.
Get it out of your system. It's not healthy to be holding that shit in all night. It's not cool. I'm just trying to give you some
This is the show that never.
Right. With that said,
Hit the fucking end button.
thanks for popping by. And
This is
peace.
my second
Guy.
least favorite, the never ending story.